Hello, what is up guys? EvilDuoSarm here today, back with another Black Desert video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the item Translucent Ice, which is an item that is used for a couple of different things in the game, but primarily, most people are either going to try and get some money off of it, or they are going to try and use it for making Eilton meals. It's super expensive, it's usually pretty low stock, and if you've done any gaming here and tried to find this yourself, you'll know that it is pretty much impossible to get from the node. You get like 2 or 3 of them a day, so yeah, sucks to get it there. I'm going to go over the only gathering rotation that I know for this thing, show you how to do it, show you how to min-max it, and all that good stuff. So, quickly before we get into it, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. It helps to grow it. You stay up to date with new content. We both win. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. And let's start off with the first prerequisite for this. So the Translucent Ice itself is a pickaxe gathering item, which means you're going to need your favorite pickaxe. If you have any gathering gear because you're a typical gatherer, then yeah, put that on as well. But the big thing is to make sure you have a pickaxe before you head out there. I'm not going to go crazy into how gathering works, I got tons of guides on that, just have a pickaxe. The second thing that's important for this one is to make sure that you are in a guild and make sure your guild has a guild-based server assigned. You're going to see why here when we get a little bit further into the video, but the guild-based server is basically critical for this. There's no point in even going out there unless you have a guild-based server. The third thing is you're going to want to make sure you are on a server, so go to the change server function that is not your guild-based server. Again, you will see why here in a second, but once you have those things all sorted out and ready to go, you're ready to get gathering. And to do this gathering, you're going to need to head out to the Mountain of Eternal Winter node. So you can just path to this by clicking on it and it'll take you exactly where we need to go. And if you don't have this node unlocked on the map, then you probably should play through the new storyline because it unlocks pretty much all of the nodes here. So yeah, anyway, I will meet you out at this node. And a quick note of warning here, if you are pathing from Eilton, it will take you through Jade Starlight Forest and you probably will get killed by mobs, so make sure to pay attention when you're riding your horse through here. Alright, so we are at the top of this gosh forsaken mountain up here, and yeah, we'll just get started with the rotation. One thing that might help you, forgot to point this out, is that if you have a cat pet in your list of pets here, they typically have the skill of finds resources. If you summon that pet and activate the special command button right here, it'll help you in finding these things as you work your way down the mountain. But we're at the top of the mountain here, here's the portal into the grind zone, and yeah, so just working our way down, we have our first set of rocks right here on the right. So this is the ice node that you're looking for. It looks like this rock right here. There's a bunch of these on the way down the mountain. So first one right here. Next up, 180 degrees back this way, you have another 2 right here to gather. Turn around 180 again from that spot and you'll have another one right here. And you can see that that cat helps you to find stuff. It pings it with a big red marker. Look to the left and walk a little bit further down. You'll see 2 more right here. Hug around this ledge, you'll see another one. After you gather those, if you turn around and head further down this ledge, you will see an additional 2, so 1 right here and 1 down below. After you get those, you're going to have to climb back up the mountain. And you can see my cat has already pinged the next one, but it's directly across over here. You'll have a couple of them all along this ledge. You can see a bunch of them up there. Now, after you get this little region, turn around and continue working down the mountain, and you should see 2 more by this little fire thing right here, so either side of it. After you do that, we're going to go across the bridge, and you should see 1 dead ahead. My cat's gone ahead and pinged it, so it's right here. Got 2 of them here. Turning around, you're going to see a little candle region burning right here. If you head over towards that, you should see an additional 1 right next to it. The cat pinged it for me again. And then around the back side of it, you will see 1 more right here. Turning back around and working our way back down the mountain, you'll see 1 right in front of you along this rock right here. Cat pinged it for me again. Cat ping is really nice. To the left, you can see another 1 right over here. Another 2 actually, plus 1 more on the opposite side of the rock. Continuing to work our way down, you will see 1 right here next to another one of these little brazier things. And then that's the last one before we get to this bridge right here, so you'll work your way across the bridge. And right at the edge of the bridge, you're going to see 1 right here. Cat pinged it for me again. Work your way down straight here a little bit further, you'll find a couple more. And then on the opposite side of this rock, the cat's pinged another 1 back here, so don't miss this one. Working our way down further still, you'll cross this bridge. And right at the edge of the bridge, you're going to find 1 right here. And then over here, you can see where I'm looking up here, you'll find another 1. Another 2. Turn around 180 degrees again, and in this general direction, between a couple of trees, you'll find some more. And then around from those, you're going to find another couple of rocks right here. And that's it. That is every single rock that I know of along this little path right here. So I've done this on stream a couple of times. I think I've picked them all out. There might be 1 that I missed, maybe up on a cliff or something, but all in all, that's basically the rotation. So that took about 5 minutes to go through, which means you're going to need to swap servers to be able to gather some more. And to do that, we're going to switch from whatever server we're on right now, in this case, Camasylvia 5, and go to our guild server, which you can move to for free, hopefully, because it's been like 10 minutes or so since you swapped over in Eilton. But anyway, you'll be able to move over to this guild server. And if you know how guild servers work, you've probably already figured out the rest of this plan. But if not, I'm going to run this whole route back in reverse, back up the mountain. And we're back up at the top here. So one thing that I forgot to mention is that there is the frostbite debuff up here, so you could take HP damage periodically to make this spot even worse to hang out at. If your class has a built-in heal like the Musa, you can just spam it. If you don't, then you'll have to bring health pots. Or I think you can drink one of the teas that came out in the new region to get rid of it. But anyway, once you've done this now, we can switch servers again. And you typically have a 10-minute cooldown, so you can see I have 6.5 minutes left. But since we're doing this on a guild server now, we can swap to the next guild server. And yeah, just run it back down the mountain. And one more swap to the next server here. So you can see that I got 2 more minutes until I can switch back to a regular server. So one last guild server swap here. And back up at the top again, we'll be able to swap back to a regular server by now, so I'll go to Kama Sylvia 6, since I was on Kama 5 the previous time. Ah, and yes, I have done it. I have encountered the perils of this whole method. So the respawn time on these is insanely long, in case you're wondering why I didn't go back to the previous server. Like, insanely long. Like, when I would do this on stream, it'd be over an hour for a respawn. So if you go to a spot where somebody has already harvested these things, including yourself, like I couldn't go back to Kama Sylvia 5 because I'd already harvested them, they will not be back and you will be stuck. Like somebody already got these 2 down here, so they're not available. This one's gone. So yeah, insanely long rotation for the respawn time. Which means basically after you've done these 5 gather sessions or run up and down this mountain 5 times total, you're pretty much done for the day on this spot. Unless you want to hang out and like stare at the ceiling and watch the snow like melt. I mean, I'm not your dad. I don't really care what you do for fun, but like, you know, I would advise doing something else in the game. But yeah, so I guess just to quickly summarize how we did here, I got about 1,000 of these little frosty guys, as well as 990 of the translucent ice shards. These things exchange 5 to 1 at the tavern owner in Eilton. So that's another 200 or so. So I got about 1,200 of these things. Took about 20-ish minutes, if you remember when I started on the seafood crown meals. So 1,200 over 20 minutes. So 89,500 times 1,200 divided by 20, about 5 million silver per minute. Or if I multiply by 60, about 322 million silver per hour, which is like really good, except you can really only do this for like 25 minutes a day. Or, hear me out. You could just, you know, go to like Tidium Valley and like walk around in a circle, like, you know, picking your nose half the time and maybe even like, I don't know, playing Tinder or something while you're doing this and make more silver per hour on like a level 42 sage, just like wandering around here poking mobs. Like, or you can invest 80 billion silver in life skill gear, freeze your butt off on top of this mountain where you need to pop HP recovery every 4 seconds, have 7 different sets of pets, each one with a different buff to your gathering so that you can actually find these stupid rocks to make like 300 million silver per hour because they have like a bug or something with these rocks not respawning for over an hour. Yeah, so just go grind in Valencia, guys. Life skilling sucks. Now, but joking aside, I hope this is going to help you guys. If you are trying to make these meals, this is really the only way to do this. The node itself does not give you enough of these. So if you're trying to make the Eilton meal that uses the translucent ices, you're going to need this spot. So if this video is going to help you, do let me know in the comment section below. And if you have ideas for the videos and stuff you want to see, let me know. This video was suggested from my stream viewership. They wanted me to cover this and show them where all this stuff was, so I went ahead and did it. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you at the next live stream over on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/evildousharm every single Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The YouTube channel, which you're on right now. I have a Discord server. I have an Instagram. Catch me on any of those different channels. I look forward to seeing you at any of them. Dice.